can discuss with these people and explain that they are trying to boycott ahava, love. It means love, and that actually this community is for peace, and it's, you know, I showed them statistics, and I realized these people have nothing. It's not a matter of fact argument. It's actually these people are dedicated to the destruction of Israel. They are dedicated to denying Jews their national rights. And you know that first by looking at their website. I encourage everybody, go and look at their website. Go inside, look at the logo of the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign. You will see that their logo actually depicts the entire state of the entire land of Israel from the river to the sea. That's Palestine for them. And then when they are carrying signs, Free Palestine, they actually mean instead of Israel, not together with Israel. And then you go to their About Us, and you see that they say that they are adamant anti-Zionists. They would never accept Zionism. On the other hand, they would accept any solution the Palestinians would choose for themselves, and I'm quoting the website. So I actually asked her, I spoke to maybe 10 or 15 members of the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign. I said, okay, you're anti-Zionist. Why are you anti-Zionist? And they said, well, we are against any country that promotes a certain religion or a certain nation. I said, fine, okay, so you're also anti-Hamas. Hamas wants a Muslim Palestinian state. I said, oh, well, we don't know. We can't really condemn Hamas. I said, just a second, I'm getting confused here. So maybe you're against the PLO because its constitution, as I've read on the BBC, in Article 1 is that it's going to be a Muslim state. In Article 2, it's going to be an Arab state. So you're probably against that because you're against religion and state. And said, well, not exactly. We're not really against that. So let me understand. You are for a Muslim Arab country, but you're against a Jewish Israeli state, right? Just say it straight. Say I have a problem with a Jewish state. I don't have a problem with nation state. I don't have a problem with religious state. I have a problem with the Jewish state. Just say it outright. And that's when I understood these people have nothing with the Ahava, had nothing actually with even the Palestinian. They're more anti-Jewish than they are pro-Palestinian. The same can be said for the ISM. You go into the BDS, for example, go into their website. They have 150 organizations that
BDS, what can you say to our viewers what that
BDS is the coalition of organizations that calls for the boycott of Israel because of Israel seeming apartheid. They are trying to mimic what the technique would use on then South Africa and equate it to the Israel. We've seen some of it on the clip. And I went into the website. You look at the organizations that support them. You know, half of them are in Gaza, the culture center of Gaza. I just wonder what they really teach in the culture center of Gaza. I don't want to be affiliated with an organization which is affiliated with the culture center in Gaza. All kinds of organizations. You go inside, you look at on the About Us, and it's all very cleverly disguised under very appealing liberal slogans like one man, one vote. Yes, one man, one vote, not in Gaza. So they're promoting the Hamas, they're supporting Hamas under the banner of one man, one vote. There's nothing more ridiculous than that.
I mean, who can support a terrorist organization that calls for the genocide and destruction of the Jewish people and the destruction of Israel, who also attack Christians as well as bringing in Sharia law as well? I mean, Gili, I mean, I've known about your organisation for many years now, Stand With Us. It's a fantastic organisation set up to really challenge anti-Semitism and anti-Israel sentiment on university campuses, particularly started in America. But what are you doing, and what is your organisation doing effectively to challenge this anti-Israel incitement and to put Israel's case forward?
Right, indeed. As you mentioned, Stand With Us was founded in America in 2001 following the brutal stoning of 2 teenagers in a Jewish community in the West Bank in the same year. Since then, there have been some chapters that opened across the world, and we are the most recent chapter here in the UK. What we do is facilitate a lot of events on campuses, for example, both for our own community and beyond. So our relationship with other communities apart from the Jewish community is extremely important. Indians and so Hindu and Christians and others and Muslims as well. In fact, in mid-May we're launching a series of talks titled Voices from the Middle East, and it will feature Muslim speakers. So I encourage you all to check our website and also write to us. If I can tell the audience that you can contact us or me at uk@standwithus.com and find out more about it. So we facilitate events. We have interesting speakers. I teach myself sometimes. We have different young ambassadors program in synagogues. Soon you will discuss the conference of Engage. And I urge everybody as well, there are a lot of actions that many people can take. And there's a lot of information that you can get from us. Now, each one of you should be careful about what they read and what they see, whether it's online or on TV. And if something looks not right for you, because whether it seems too naive or gullible, write to the editor, write to the BBC, write to the Guardian. Why wasn't the murder of the Fogel family receiving enough coverage? Why was the focus on the expansion of settlements? Why was that murder not receiving enough coverage, for example? So complain, because this phenomenon is very dangerous and it's expanding, and a lot of well-intentioned and gullible people are buying into it. So it's everyone's responsibility to take an action. You can always write to us and ask for advice and for more information. In fact, if I can show this...
Gili, just before you do that though, I mean, if there are particularly Christians who are students at university and have a heart for Israel, how can they get involved with Stand With Us?
Right, so obviously we are very happy to work with anyone who would like to help our cause, and they can contact us directly and we can actually organize an event on campus. If you have a society or you can book a room somewhere. One of the themes that we're actually promoting now is the Jewish refugees from Arab lands. A lot of people, most people, are not aware that half of Israel's population consists more or less of Jews who came from Arab lands because of persecution in those countries, almost 1 million of them. So we show a film followed by a speaker. We have Muslim speakers. I'm a speaker. We have different events. So anybody can contact us and find out what is going on. So it's either through Israel societies, Jewish societies, or just individuals. We'll find a way to make that happen.
Oh, good. All right, I just want to read out a few emails here, just from the viewers, because it's a very interactive program, this one. This one from Dennis Cunningham, I think this is more of an attack on me, says, Dennis from Northern Ireland, I'd like to ask Simon why I never hear him talk about the injustices done to the Arabs or any other ethnic group around the world. You clearly don't watch my programmes. I'm focusing very much on Iran and also the Arab world as well. Even more importantly, I never hear him talking about the precious things of the Lord Jesus Christ, no matter how often I see him on Revelation TV. I love the Jewish nation, but also love the Arab nations. Thank God that salvation comes through the Jews and not through the teachings of Moses, but only through the teachings of Jesus as Messiah, who promised that the Israelites, that he would send him in the future to save them from their sins. Sometimes it seems to me that Simon is a Mossad undercover agent with all his Zionist propaganda. Cheer up, Simon, it's not the end yet, mate. One of the fruits of the Spirit is joy, and peace to you from Northern Ireland. Well, I think, Dennis, from your email, really what you're saying here is that this is exactly the form of anti-Semitism that we're talking about. This is exactly the attitude that is leading to an incitement against Israel and the Jewish people. So I think if I was you, I'd be very careful, my friend. Got another one here. I'm a British Christian and fully support and pray for the Jewish people and Israel. God bless from Susan. There we go, this one. This is an interesting one, but I'm not going to go into it. Where does Ed Miliband stand as far as Israel's concerned? God bless you all. He's Jewish, of course, but has made some quite anti-Israel statements recently. Here's an interesting one. Says, hello, sorry, don't know their names, which is Gili and Benjamin. Just to say that we Scots love the Jews. The Middle East is jealous of all their accomplishments. The Jews are a highly intelligent race of people. Also, it's a spiritual matter, one folks. Satan believes and does hate the Jews. Thankfully, we do know the end result. When Jesus returns, he will stand on Mount Zion. Long live the Jews. That's Ruth, by the way. I've got a few more, but just want to go on with the interview. So thank you very much for emailing in. Benjamin, how much does the media play in inciting and creating this anti-Israel sentiment? I mean, we had Gili there talking earlier about the horrendous killing of the Fogel family and cutting off a little baby's head and slaughtering innocents is horrific. But how much does the media play in inciting this new form of anti-Semitism?
Tremendously. Tremendously. I actually worked with the media in Israel. I worked with the British media as well as European, American, Oriental, South American in India. Just before coming to the studio, I was looking for information about Mahmoud al-Zahar. He's the #1. He's the leader of Hamas today. This is the man that we saw quote saying that the aim of Hamas is actually to annihilate the Jewish people. You look up Mahmoud al-Zahar in BBC website. Do you think it says there that this person is a virulent anti-Semite who calls for international genocide? No, it doesn't. It actually ends with the saying that Mahmoud al-Zahar suggested he might be considering peace. By the way, this is factually incorrect because I know exactly what he said, but leave that aside. Can you imagine if he had said that Hamas is going to annihilate all the blacks in the world? Do you think the BBC would have not mentioned it? Or all the gypsies in the world? Do you think it would have gone unnoticed? Still, this person wins coverage from the BBC and The Guardian, other media channels, without pointing out to the viewers, making it very clear, this person is dangerous, this person is an extremist, he wants to eradicate an entire race off the face of the earth. We have to put this into context. No, it's not said. So effectively, the BBC is legitimizing him. The BBC is legitimizing him, as is legitimizing the Hamas, as it's legitimizing Hezbollah, and therefore making it possible for this new anti-Semitism to flourish and establish itself. The media has a huge role in it. I was giving a talk in Wales for a Christian audience actually, and showing that clip where Mahmoud al-Zahar is saying that is horrendous words. And the first question I got when I finished my talk and opened it for question and answers is how come we, an entire room with maybe 50, 60 people, have never seen that before? And I actually asked this question. How come a leader of, in fact, a state can go on TV in front of thousands of people and say, I want to create a second Holocaust. I want to eradicate an entire nation, and you don't hear about it.
It's horrific, horrific. We're down to